Well, today we're going to be painting some Aliens figures. So this was the set from Gale Force 9, Aliens Heroes of Hadley's Hope. Very hard to say. So I'm going to be painting Ripley today. I'm not going to show painting all the others. I might do another video on painting a Colonial Marine because they're very similar. But today we're going to do Ripley. I might do Newt, but probably Ripley and an Alien Warrior, because then they can stand together on the shelf. So if we have a look at Ripley, where is she? Where is Ripley? Where's Ripley? Name Ripley. So what I might do, because I'm going to paint them on the sprue, because I find that a bit easier, and a lot of people don't like doing that. So I might just cut the sprue out so I got something to handle. So I'm going to undercoat it in just primer grey, and then once I've done that, we can come back and have a look. Yeah, I think it will be easy. I mean, you could glue it together and paint it, but the gun is going to cover a lot of detail, make it hard to get at. So I think we'll paint it separate. We'll paint it on the sprue, and then you've only got a little bit of touch up to do to glue it together. So I'll get those undercoated. I'll undercoat an Alien Warrior as well, and then we'll paint them as we go. Okay, so I've glued Ripley's head to a toothpick, as you do. And I've cut so that I can paint the body without holding it, and the same with the arm. So the first thing to do is the standard, I've covered it with paint, but it's Cadian flesh tones with, I'm just leaning my super glue, Cadian flesh tones with some Vallejo light flesh mixed in. Okay, and then her head. You might need a couple of coats. It's a really nice likeness, actually. Hopefully my painting will enhance rather than detract, but you never know. Never know how these figures come out till you finish them. Okay, let that dry and we can come back. Right, I've got the parts for one of the Alien figures. So all I've done is painted them, sprayed them, undercoated matte black. So I think with this one we'll stick it together before we dry brush it. So all I'm going to use to stick it together, I'm going to try some Tamiya-Thin. There's some Tamiya-Thin doesn't like some plastics, but we can see. His body. Where's his head gone? His head sort of makes the backbone as well. Doesn't appear to be too great a fit. Oh, there we go. No, it's not really not liking this glue. I have scraped the paint off as well. Perhaps he just needs a bit longer. So what I'll do is I'll stick him together. We'll come back and have a look at him. Okay, I've dropped the alien. I've glued him together, so that Tamiya-Thin wouldn't touch it. But good old EMA plastic weld did the job. The tail I am having real difficulty sticking on, because you've got a tiny round bit there, and it's meant to go in a socket, but it doesn't quite fit. So I might have to cut that off and stick it on. But The aliens look really nice. So basically I'm just going to get a bit of dry brush silver, a bit of wash, perhaps some brown wash in places. So I think that'll be okay. In the meantime, we're going to put some flesh wash on Ripley. So I'm going to use my Reichland flesh shade. So what I'm going to do is let that soak in and dry, and then we can dry brush a lighter shade over it to bring it back so she doesn't look too tanned. This scale is you don't have to do much on faces and things, and just a bit of on there. So let that dry and come back. Okay, so the shading is dry and we're just going to dry brush it, and this is just a little bit of the flesh colour mixed with a tiny bit of white, and then dry brush. So remove most of the paint from your brush. There's only a pardon me, only a tiny bit of paint left, and all we're doing is running it over, and it just brings out the highlights. There we go. So the next thing I'm going to do is paint in her hair, and I'm going to use a mixture of black and brown for that. What we're going to do then is I'm going to finish painting that, and then we can start painting the clothes. Okay, so I stuck the alien's tail on. Tastes very good. I took a lot of glue to stick the tail on, so what I'm going to do now is start painting the clothing. So I'm going to do the trousers, the ski pants, and I've just mixed some Ortlock blue and some ceramite white. There you go, nice blue. So I'm going to finish that and we'll come back. Okay, so Ripley's pants are dry, so I'm going to do her undershirt, which is sort of a, well, it looks like it's white, but it's so discoloured. I'm going to do it in tan, because I think white would look a bit strange. So I'm going to use Wraithbone, which is a nice, very light tan colour. I'm going to paint both boots, and then we come back and do a bit on the pulse rifle. Okay, so while we're waiting for the body to dry, we're going to pick out some detail on the pulse rifle, the green, and for that using Warg flesh. Don't have to worry too much about the back because you won't see it. I've missed a bit of black there, I'll have to pick that out. And that. And then we can come back and start painting the jacket. Actually, I might block that in, that's just going to be in Rhinoxide. Okay, the paint is dry, so we're going to run some flesh wash in to give it some detail before we dry brush. Gun parts, just bring it all together. So I'm going to paint the red bits and the grey bits on the boots, let this all dry, then we can come back dry brush. I'm going to dry brush silver the stand, bring out the detail, and then we'll be done. Also, actually I might dry brush, let's do some silver dry brushing now. So all we're going to do is get a nice flat brush, get some silver, and I like using Vallejo silver. It's really good stuff. See, let's pour it out. Okay, and then we'll, like I say, paint the boots, and we'll come back to some dry brushing on the figure. Right, so everything's painted the little boot is and everything. So we're going to just do some dry brushing. For that, I'm just going to use some ceramite white. There we go. So we're going to assemble Ripley, and we'll come back and see the two finished figures. Okay, so there's a finish. So there's a Ripley. Nice little figure. Quite a good likeness. Nicely proportioned. And then the alien. Should probably make a load of these up, because they were nice, easy to do, great detail, and then you can make quite a good little diorama if you wanted to. So yeah, enjoyed them. Do some more, do some Colonial Marines next time, I think. Perhaps Hudson and Hicks or Bishop. Let me know if there's any character you want me to do next, and I'll do the video. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks then. Bye.